Hello and welcome to the first of a mini series of videos by myself, Chris from Sorare on a Budget. This little series is going to talk about how to go through the sign-up process, how to get started with Sorare. With the new leagues launching, this seemed like an ideal time to give some people some help on their journey. So the first part today is going to look at the sign-up process. I'm going to go through a mini sign-up just to show you how that works, and how to choose your favourite teams and complete the onboarding tasks. Now, if you haven't already joined Sorare, you can do so at my link on the screen here. It'll also be in the description below, which is www.sorareonabudget.com. That will take you to the Sorare website, where when you sign up and you buy 5 cards from the new card auctions, you'll actually get a free card from Sorare, which you can then use in your team, or alternatively, you can sell it and use it to buy other players for your team that you wish. So I'm going to go through a sign up just now. I have the Sorare website open here. I have it on an in-private browser. That way, it doesn't interfere with my own team, and I will delete this account once I've gone through the test. So I'm going to go through the sign-up process. When you come to the website, you can choose your country that you're in and get the right language and things like that set up there for you. So I'm going to go through the sign-up. So on the sign-up screen, it will ask you for your email address, a nickname, which is going to be your username within Sorare, and your password. So I'm going to just very quickly fill in what I've just set up here, so which is Sorare on a Budget test at outlook.com. This email address is purely set up just for this purpose. I won't be using that. You can contact me via Twitter, or you can contact me on via the various social media platforms as well. So the password, and this is just agreeing to your terms and conditions. You can obviously go through them, and the game rules, which are quite important to make sure that you're not breaching anything there. And I always want to opt in to receive offers from Sorare's details as well. So I'm going to submit that. When you submit that, it will ask you to confirm the registration on your emails. So I'm going to do that on my phone, just so that I don't have to log in directly on the account there. And I've just got that email through, confirm my account. And it's simply just clicking on a link, and it will take you through to Sorare, where it will come up now, and that is exactly what it's done. So it's asking me to sign in now. So if I go and go to sign in to Sorare now, and I will put in the details there again that I've just signed up with. And now this is going to take you through the onboarding process. So here you can upload a photo. I've been using the kits that I create, which you can have a look at via the Twitter account, Sorare on a Budget. I'm going to leave these details just the basics just now. You can obviously choose your, you can rename your gallery. You can also change your club name and things like that as well. And you can choose a badge. For this purpose, I'll go with the lightning one. And it does say you can change these things later. So this part here is quite important. Now, when you're first getting started with Sorare, you're going to want to have a starting goalkeeper that you can use. Now, if you're going with the rare cards, which you'll see later on in the next couple of videos, you're going to want to have a good common goalkeeper. So my advice is to pick a couple of teams from the big leagues. That way you could potentially pick up one of the big cards there. So for the purposes of this one, I am just going to select Liverpool, Barcelona, and I'll go with Juve as well. You could then confirm that. Now, task complete. Let's introduce your squad. So you're going to get a few cards here to get you started, which you can use in the Rookie League, or you can use one in the Division 4 leagues. And this is what we're going to get. So you can reveal them individually, or you could do a reveal all. So here we go. That's for starter cards. We've got 4 of them here. They will go straight into your gallery. And like I say, you could use these in the upcoming Rookie Leagues, which will run for the first few weeks of you having your account. It's really important to do the Rookie Leagues, because every week you'll get extra rewards from these. That'll be explained in a later video as well, just so you can see that. Now, we've achieved one thing here. So there's a few tasks here to go through. I can only do 3 of these without making a deposit, but that will become clear in again in another video. So we're going to join our first league. It talks you through, it shows you exactly how the leagues operate. You've got the Global All-Stars, which you can use teams from anywhere around the world. You can use the Global Under-23s, where the maximum age is obviously 23, as you would imagine. And you can also use things like there's a European League, there's an Asia League, there's an Americas League. How do I win? And this here will show you how you do it. So points are earned through the real life performance of the players in your team, goals, assists, clean sheets, and more. All contribute to your total points. So if you were in Arsenal's shoes here, you would be sitting with 438 points, which would be massive. Would get you a huge cash prize and a huge card to go with it. What do I win? This is where you see this here. So you would win, if you were Arsenal, you would have just won a star rare card, which would be huge, and a huge cash sum as well, which, who doesn't want that? So cool, let's play. So let's join our first league. And because we've done that, we get some new players. And we'll open another pack here. So this is going to give us, this is all just your starter cards. There we go. We've got Pepe Reina. So we've got a keeper from a top flight club. Not that Liverpool weren't in the first ones, but it wasn't a starter keeper. And so we'll go through the next steps. It's then going to ask us to compose the team. So to pick your team, you could choose which players. Now it shows you which teams they're playing against. So in the next upcoming game week, Lazio we're playing against Galatasaray. So we might want to choose Pepe Reina in the team. It's then going to switch to the next available position, which is defenders. And we have Liverpool against AC Milan. We have Malmo against Juventus. So that might be a favourable game for Juventus. So we will go with Alexandro. Again, a favourable game for Juventus. So we're going to go with Arthur. We're going to choose, I'm just going to choose a Lozano. And here for your extra card. So for your extra card, it can be a defender, a midfielder, or a forward. So you can either play 2 defenders, 2 midfielders, 2 forwards. Each has their own benefits, and each has their own negatives. It depends what you want to go with. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to select an extra midfielder. We'll confirm that. And hey presto, we're getting another new card joining our club. So these cards that you're getting here, these cards are all, there we go, we've got Firmino now. And these cards are all common cards. They are untradeable cards. These are cards that you are just getting into your club to get you started. You can win prizes with these cards, but this is just a little little taster of the main leagues. So there's 4 different types of cards within Sorare, apart from your common ones there. These are the ones that you can buy. So you have the limited cards, which are new. There's 1,000 of these each card. These are the cheaper cards of the 4. You've then got the rare cards, which are the red cards. There is only 100 of those cards will be produced for that player for the season. Now, that means if you had a Kylian Mbappe card, and you wanted to sell that card, or somebody wanted to buy that card from you, there is only 100. So when you're talking about, tens of thousands of managers, and you've been one of only 100 to own that card, if he's playing particularly well and somebody wants to buy that card, you have the opportunity to sell that card to them. There are only 10 super rare cards, and then there's only, obviously by the name unique, there's only 1 of those. New cards are created each season. And that way they are, it tells you here, they're generated onto the blockchain, which is the platform that the cards are generated with. And that way you can actually see that there are genuinely only 100 of those cards, if it was the rare, or 10 of those cards if they're super rare. So nice, we're going to go with that. Now this will show you the cards. When you select a card, you can see a variety of information. The cards are played in tournaments. They gain experience points, which means they'll get an extra percentage boost. So this percentage you see here at 5%, the more times you use that card, the higher that percentage will go. It'll increase by 0.5% each time, based on the experience points that they've got. You can then see the average score that the card's got over the last 5 games. The scoring, we'll talk about in a future video there as well. The bonus, which I just mentioned. And this also shows you that the card's eligible for the under-23 league, because Mbappe is obviously not 23 yet. So you do get a little bit of a talk through going through this. So you can find players that you like to follow. I'm just going to go with the basics here. I'm just going to follow some of these guys here. And I'm going to press done. And because we followed them, that was another one of our onboarding tasks. And this will give us another player here. We've got Weston McKennie. And the next step is this is going to take us onto the marketplace. Now, this is as far as we could take this at the moment because we're not actually going to deposit as yet to buy any of these cards, which means that's as far as we can go on this first video. However, this does show you the basics. There is a section here saying finishing onboarding because the last part is to make a bid on a player, which I will do in another video. So I'm just going to revert back to the slideshow here. Now, we've completed through as much as we can there. And so, yeah, thank you for watching the first video about signing up to Sorare. Part 2 is going to talk about depositing your money onto it and also withdrawing your money from it. And if you haven't signed up yet, you could do so at sorareonabudget.com. And you can also follow me on Twitter at SorareOnABudget. And that will show you a lot of what I do. And if you have any questions or any queries or something, if you want to contact me, you could do so on Twitter. That's the platform I'm on the most. So thank you very much for your time, and I hope you enjoy your Sorare journey. And I will speak to you again in part 2.